first 60-minute vinyasa flow class. Today we're going to be focusing on balance. So don't be too hard on yourself. If you tend to wobble or fall over, that's totally cool. If you want to hold on to a wall, you can. If you want to sit down your foot, shake it out, and then come right back, feel free. But we're just going to do a basic warm-up to get to a lot of balancing for today. So let's get started in a seat. Whatever feels comfortable for you. So for me, that's just cross-legged. Crisscross applesauce. And then get out your wiggles. Maybe rock side to side to find that true center of your sit bones. And then close your eyes, sigh out your air. And first, let's relax through our core. What happens when you don't hold yourself out, up? Do you slouch? Do you round? And then take an inhale to sit up tall. Unravel your spine, point the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Inhale, roll your shoulders to your ears, and exhale them down your back. Keep your hands wherever feels comfortable, your legs or the ground next to you. And take the next few moments to just feel your belly move out and in with your breath. As always, you guys know your body's best. So if you're dealing with an injury, illness, low energy, pregnancy, take these modifications. Take a seat, rest in child's pose, back out, whatever feels right. And with your eyes closed, let's set our breath. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Another one just like that. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, soften. Then take another full inhale, fill up. Seal your lips. Exhale through your nose. Every time you exhale, pull your navel in. And every time you inhale, expand through your belly, your chest, and your throat, sitting up a little bit taller. Bring a slight restriction to your throat. This will help cultivate your Ujjayi pranayama. Breath of fire, warming our insides. Continually to bring in our focus to our breath and to our body versus outside forces. And trying to lengthen each breath. So maybe your first few are only 2 or 3 seconds in, but maybe your exhale is 3 or 4 seconds long. At this time, I encourage you to set an intention for your practice. If nothing comes to mind, let me just explain the essentials and the elements of balance. Alignment, strength, attention. Alignment of the body with gravity. Strength gives us the power to create, to hold, and adjust. And attention helps us focus and to continually monitor our alignment so we know how to correct. Just these words can directly relate to yoga and our one-legged balances we'll be working on today, but also your daily activities, your life, your relationships. So take the next few moments. Continuing to sit tall, using your breath. Good. And then walk your right fingertips out to the side of you. Maybe open up your eyes. And then reach your left hand up and over. Big side stretch here. Keep pressing that left glute down. Inhale back to center, sitting up tall. And then walk your left fingertips out to the side. Reach your right arm up and over, side stretch. I wear my garments so strong. And inhale, rise back to center. And then bring your chin to your chest. And then inhale, lift your gaze, lift your chin. Take a few more, just nodding down and up. Bringing up the backs of our necks, our throats. And then come back to center. Keep your shoulders down and back. And then turn your gaze to the right. Maybe down to your shoulder. And then turn your gaze to center and over to the left. Maybe down to your left shoulder. Take a few more, just going right and left. Maybe close your eyes. And come back to center. Take some gentle head rolls all the way in one direction. And then the opposite direction, remember balancing it out. Once you've evened out your sides, find your way into your tabletop. Palms plant into your mat. Knees hip width distance apart. Good. Inhale for cow pose, dropping your belly down as you drag your heart forward. Exhale, round for cat, chin to chest, tail tucks. Take a few more versions of this, your cat-cow. Taking the whole breath to exhale and round. The whole inhale to droop your belly towards the mat. Back to your tabletop, crown of your head forward, tailbones back. Move your hands one handprint forward. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Invite some movement here, maybe bending and straightening into your one leg and then the other. Waking up the backs of your calves, rolling over your toes. Then find stillness. Feet should be about hip width distance. Slight bend in those knees. Press your tailbone away to lengthen to your spine. No crunching in the low back. Take a deep breath here. And gaze at your hands and slowly tiptoe forward until you come to a ragdoll pose. Big bend in your knees still. Let the crown of your head pull your neck long. Reach for opposite elbows. Start to sway side to side. Maybe forward and back. Finding where the true center is in your feet. Where's the gravity, the weight today? And dangle your arms down. Say yes and no with your head. Open and close your jaw. Release any tension there. And heel toe your feet near each other. And slowly begin to roll up. Firm up your legs, your glutes. Unfurl your spine so you stand up tall. Inhale, roll your shoulders to your ears and glide them down your back with a sigh. Bring your hands to heart center, samasthiti to start. Close your eyes. And then maybe tilt side to side, forward and back. Maybe lifting those toes and planting them down. Maybe gentle lift of your heels. Again, always finding that center. It's easy on two legs, but then notice that you're scooping in your belly, lengthening your spine, the crown of your head, breathing in what you need. Open mouth, exhale, release your arms down by your side, blink your eyes open. Simple sunnies, inhale, mountain pose, tadasana. Lengthen your arms, spread your fingers wide. Maybe pull your pinkies towards the front. Good, exhale, forward fold, slight bend in your knees, hinge from your hips as you dive. Inhale, halfway lift, draw your hands up your shin. Shift the weight towards your toes, use your whole feet here. Exhale, fold. Plant both palms, step back, high plank, high push-up pose. Pausing here, warming up the chest, pressing into the knuckles, zipping up those low bellies. Take a deep inhale. Lower your knees, squeeze your elbows back, lower your chest and belly all the way down. Glue the tops of your feet to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, no weight in your hands, but pinch your elbows back to open your collarbones. Press into your pubic bone. Exhale, release, down. Tuck your toes, press up into a table or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, hips lift high. 2 breaths here. And now we're gonna flow. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or travel, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten out your spine. Exhale, bow. Inhale, mountain, root down or reach high. Exhale, samasthiti, hands together, hands at prayer. Good, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Plant both palms, step back, high plank. Pause here. Press through your palms so that you round through your upper back instead of sinking in. Press your heels back. Squeeze your quads to the thigh bone. Take a deep breath in. Lower your knees. Pull your elbows back. Lower your chest and belly together. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Maybe a little bit more weight in your palms to drag your chest forward. Exhale, release back down. Tuck your toes. Press up into a table or high plank. Exhale, down dog. Hips reach away from your ribs. 2 breaths in. Last sun A. Inhale to top of your mat. Exhale, step or travel, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your sides and your neck. Exhale, bow, gaze at your shins. Inhale, mountain, lift on up, lengthen out of your hips. Exhale, samasthiti, hands together, thumbs at your sternum. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift, press into your thighs. Exhale, bow, plant both palms, step back, high plank. Now that we're a little bit warmed up, if a full chaturanga is in your practice, feel free. Hinge forward, lower halfway, squeezing your elbows in. Flip to the tops of your feet and straighten your arms, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lasso your hips back, using the strength in your core. 2 full breaths here. In and out of your nose. Good, we'll start our sun salutation B. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Maybe make some big circles here with your kneecap, or circle out that ankle. Just warming up the front of our hips here. Good, then kick back, 3-legged down dog, heels the highest point. Hips are squared down. Exhale, slow motion, low lunge. Pull your knee to your belly. Shoulders stack over wrists. And then you plant your right foot between your hands. Lower that back knee and tuck your back toes. And then walk your hands up your front leg. This is our kneeling warrior Anjaneyasana. And we're going to flow between where it's stacked, where you see 90 degrees heel over knee, to this, where you're stretching more of your front body. So if you feel ready, reach your arms up. And then let's sink our left hip forward. Pull back, drawing our right heel back. Sink forward again. Keep that low belly engaged, pull back, squeeze your left glute, and then lower in. Pause, breathe. Good, exhale. Plant your fingertips to surround your right foot. Hinge back, half split. So my right leg straightens. My hips stack over my back knee. And then 3 times we're going to point our front toes and then flex them back towards our face. Good, last one. Begin to crawl your hands forward, returning to that low lunge. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Spin and plant that back foot as you rise on up for warrior 2 to the side of your mat. So adjust your stance. Front heel to back arch. Reach your arms in opposite directions. And keep that strong lunge in your front knee. Flip your right palms. Reverse your warrior. Sweep up and back. Pull your right shoulder away from your ear. Creating length on both side bodies. And now weighten that back in. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale, low lunge and pause. So plant both hands. Spin and plant, lift your back heel. Root into that left palm, reach your right hand high, low lunge twist. Squeeze through your navel. Gaze at your right thumb. Exhale, chaturanga, plant both palms. Step back, flow. Take that high to low variation. Inhale, roll your shoulder heads back. Exhale, find your way back to downward facing dog, either through table or straight there. 2 full breaths. I'm gonna take off my socks. And then we gotta even out our sides. Inhale your left heel high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Get any pops and cracks out by making some movement here. Maybe circle out that left ankle. Maybe just pulse your left heel towards your left glute. And then kick back, 3-legged down dog. Heels the highest point, leg is straight. Exhale, low lunge. Use your strong core to round through your upper back. And sweep your left foot between your hands. Lower your back knee, untuck your back toes. Plant the top of your right foot. And walk your hands up your front leg. Coming to our kneeling warrior, Anjaneyasana. And pull back just a little bit so we have more of the 90-degree angle in our body. And remember, we're gonna pulse 3 times. So sweep your arms up. And inhale, sink. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, sink. Exhale, pull back. Create that scissoring motion between your inner thighs. And pull back. Good. Sink forward. Float your fingertips to surround your left heel. Hinge back, half splits. So maybe walk your hands back or use blocks for support, but we want to stretch out the back of our left leg. And 3 times we'll point and flex our left toes. Last one. Drawing our toes towards our face. Good, and then crawl your hands forward, plant your left foot, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Warrior two, plant your back foot and rise. So now your shoulders stack over your hips. You still have this opening here where your knee tracks toward your second toe. Arms reach out, bellies engage while you gaze forward. Flip your left palm. Reverse warrior. Good, keep that lunge. Try to rip the mat apart between your heels. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale, low lunge, fan your palms to the mat, pause. Root down into your right hand, low lunge, twist, lift your left hand high. Good. Pop that back heel. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other, 1 more breath. Exhale, chaturanga, plant both palms, step back. Take your version of that high to low plank. You can also skip it, hang on plank instead. We all eventually meet in downward facing dog, with our hips high, fingers spread wide. 2 full breaths. All right, let's do the same thing a little bit quicker, moving with our breath. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge, sweep your foot through. Lower your back knee, untuck your back toes, Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms up. And then sink forward, pull back, sink forward, pull back, sink forward, and then trace your fingertips to the mat. Exhale, half splits, hinge your hips back, straighten your right leg, walk those fingertips under. Point and flex your right foot. Point, flex, point, flex. Return to your low lunge, walk your hands forward, tuck your back toe. Rise on up to your warrior two, blossoming to the side. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, sweep up and back, gaze at the ceiling. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale, low lunge, plant both palms, pop that back heel, twist, reach your right hand high. Exhale, chaturanga, your choice, or hang out here. Move with your breath. And then meet me back in a downward facing dog when there. Slight bend in those knees. Breathe in your nose. Other side, inhale your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, sweep it through. Low lunge, lowering that back knee, sweeping those biceps by your ears. Pull back, sink forward. Pull back, sink forward. Pull back, sink forward. Good, trickle those fingertips down. Exhale, half splits, hinge back, straighten that left foot, that left leg, drag your left heel. And then take some points and flex with your left foot. Good, returning to your low lunge, tuck your back toes, parallel that back foot, rise on up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. 90-degree bend in that left knee, reverse it, reach up and back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your right palm, low lunge, twist, squeeze through your midsection. Exhale, chaturanga, your version, high to low. Exhale, downward facing dog is where we meet. 2 full breaths. Awesome, one more time. Inhale your left heel high. Whoops, right heel high. Exhale, low lunge, sweep it through. Lower your back knee, untuck your back toes, Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms up. Exhale, back, then sink. Hold back, then sink. Last one, hold back, and sink. If you feel really strong, maybe try your half splits without using your hands. Airplane those arms. Point and flex, point and flex. Last one, point and flex. Now crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Plant that back foot parallel. Rise on up, warrior two, wrap that right knee open. Flip your right palm, reverse it. Maybe wrap your left arm around your low back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left palm, flip that right hand, high twist. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low. Downward facing dog. Hips high, gaze at your feet. 2 breaths. Last one, inhale your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, sweep it through. Anjaneyasana is where we start. Arms up, pull your hips back. Sink that right hip forward, draw your left heel back. Last one, scissor those inner thighs. Good, and if you want that added challenge, maybe half splits with airplane arms, triceps parallel to the ceiling. Point and flex your left foot. Good, then back into that left knee. Tuck your back toe, rise on up, warrior two, heart to the side, gaze is forward. Flip your left palm, reverse it, maybe you're reaching your right arm around your low back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your right palm, low lunge twist. Chest faces your left thigh. Exhale, plant both palms, slow, chaturanga, high to low. Down dog is where we meet. 2 full breaths. Good. Come up high on your tippy toes, bend your knees, hop towards your hands, and take a seat on your mat. Feel free to take a sip of water, roll out your wrists. We'll be off our feet for just a little bit, or off our hands for a little bit. And what we're going to start with is a version of boat. So, got to get into that core if we want to work on balance. For boat, you just dock your toes first, zip up those inner thighs, reach your arms forward, and then lift through your heart so your low back isn't rounded. If you want even more, reach your toes forward. Feel free to stay here. You can take another version of boat if you want to do a static hold. Or for those who want to get a little weird with me, we're going to open our knees and press our hands forward, and then close our knees and put our hands to the side. Kind of like a butterfly. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Point those toes. Here we got 4, 3, 2, 1. My belly's shaking. Find your regular boat. And then everybody get a little crazy. Toes up, fingertips up. Roll onto your back. Pull your knees to your chest. Woo! Make little circles with your knees to massage out your mid and low back. Good. All right. Press your feet straight up to the ceiling. Feet should be just above your hips, so I always need to push them farther away from me. Fingertips come to the back of your skull, elbows wide. We're gonna do long-legged yogi bicycles. So start off slow, bringing your right elbow towards your left knee while dropping your right heel to the mat. And then back to center. Exhale, switch left elbow towards right knee as you float your left heel just an inch above the mat. Back to center. Take your time. If this is too much on your back, feel free to go for the bent knee variation. Or you can keep your feet on the mat and just go for the obliques. Right elbow still reaching for the opposite knee. Slow and steady. Open mouth exhales, totally welcome to press out that heat. Use that diaphragm, that core. Good. Last 3 each side. Last set, even out. Good, pull your knees to your chest, give yourself a big ol' hug. And then morning stretch, fingertips above you, legs far in front of you, flop those toes open, relax. Sigh out your air. Pull your knees to your belly, reach for the backs of your thighs. Begin rocking forward and back, keeping that heat in our bodies, having a little fun, getting warm. And after 2 or 3 rock and rolls, find your way to a high plank, rooting your palms underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and then slowly lower all the way down to your belly, squeezing your elbows back for 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes so they're pointing, and the tops of your feet are rooted to the mat, just like we were in Cobra. And then we're gonna reach our arms in front of us like Superman. We're gonna do 8 lat pulls, but it's also with the Cobra chest. So inhale, lift your chest, and then squeeze your elbows back. Reach out, and then lower. Inhale, lift, squeeze your elbows back, the goalposts, reach back out, and then lower. You guys got this. This is your 3rd one. You got 5 more. Keep the activation in your legs. Keep squeezing your low back, pressing into your belly. These are my last 3, 2. Last one. Awesome. Make a little pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead on that pillow. Bend your knees and windshield wiper them right and left. And then drag your hands underneath your shoulders. Find child's pose. Knees spread wide. Big toes touch. Hips sink towards your heels as you relax your forehead to the mat. Find your breath, slow it down. Return to that intention. Good, inhale. Downward facing dog, reach forward, tuck your toes under, press your hips back. 2 or 3 deep breaths here. Good. We're going to start our first balance series. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pressing your thighs back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. So I guess I should have warned you, if you have a block or something that has a little bit of height, put that near the front of your mat. We'll leave that later. But if you want to get started without the block, you might not need it. Sit your hips back in that awkward chair. So hips are even and they're back. Pull your belly off of your thighs. And let's root down all parts of our feet, our toes, our big ball toe mount, our pinkies, and our heels. And then we're going to come into eagle. So keeping your right foot rooted, wrap your left thigh up and over. So you can touch down your left toes if you're feeling a little wobbly, or maybe just squeeze your thigh so much your foot floats. Then bring your left arm underneath your right, bear hugs, or eagle arms. Align your arms and your knees with your belly button. Squeeze everything to the midline. And breathe. Good. Slowly unwind. Come into your one-legged tadasana. So straighten that right leg. Squeeze your left knee in line with your hip and flex your left foot. Find length of the crown of your head out of your fingertips. Steady focus and an unmoving point in front of you. Exhale, standing figure four. Hook your left ankle on top of your right knee. Hands come together and down towards center. And open that left knee to the side. This should feel good on your low back, your left glute. All right, that's enough of balance on this side. Unwind, one-legged tadasana just for a moment. Exhale, high crescent with airplane arms. Take a huge step back with control. Land on those left toes. Good. Press your triceps to the ceiling. Open your heart. And then open up to the side, warrior two. Feeling grounded, rooted, feet are underneath you. You know where your midline is in this pose. Arms reach out. Flip your right palm. Reverse warrior. Side stretch. Good. Inhale, rise. Warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Dial your right toes in. Got to warm up more of the back of our legs. Puff up your heart. Lift your gaze. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Release down. Your arms can come to your legs, a block, the floor, or if you want more chest opening, feel free to make that interlace with your fingers. Good. Begin to walk your hands towards your right foot. Dial those right toes back towards the front of the mat. Now that our hips are sunk, our back foot stays where it is. Come into your extended side angle. So peel your chest to the side, reach your left arm high. If this feels like too much crunching on your right hip, come onto your forearm. It's my favorite variation of this pose. Now tuck your left glute underneath you while you wrap your right knee open. Good. Bring your left hand to your hip. Gaze about 6 inches or 1 foot in front of your right toes. We're going to work our way into half moon. So become lighter on that back foot as you press all of your weight into your right and teeter-totter your chest to the side. Flex your left foot. Maybe gaze towards your left foot to make sure you can at least see a couple of your toes. And then draw your right shoulder forward. Good. Standing splits. Now bring both sets of hands to the mat, the top of your mat. Dial your left toes, your left hip down, but keep your left heel high. Big hamstring stretch and strengthener here. Maybe wrap your right forearm around your right calf. Maybe wrap both hands around your right foot. Forward fold, both feet come together to touch. Just let your body dangle, shake out your legs, shake out your head. Woo! And then bring your feet about hip width or mat width distance, toes turned out for your yogi squat. Just a little release for your hamstrings here after all that balancing. Hands can come to heart center and open your knees. If you're feeling really energetic and want to get upside down, feel free to take crow. If you don't, focus on pulling in your pelvic floor, maybe lifting just an inch or two out of your hips. Good, crows come back to earth. Yogi squats, press your fingers to the mat. Lift your hips high, straighten those legs. Heel toe your feet near each other, shake it out, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center, thumbs to teeth. Take a moment. You got the other side. You got this. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Sit back and low. Maybe I'll try to do this from the front. All right. Chair pose. Find your center of gravity here. Lift through your arches. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Pull that belly in. Lengthen your spine. You found chair. Now let's swoop into eagle. Wrap your right thigh up and over. Again, touch down is totally cool. Or maybe go for the wrap or flip. And then right arm underneath left. Bear hug if you have tight shoulders. Or crisscrossing your elbows to your wrists. Sit low. Squeeze your belly in. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Good. Slowly unwind, coming one-legged tadasana. Scooping that navel in. Flexing your right foot. Pressing into your left heel to gain more height. Exhale, standing figure four. Hook your right ankle over your left knee. Hands come in front of heart. Knee opens up to the side. Good. Let's take a little break. Inhale, one-legged tadasana. Rise up like an elevator. And exhale, high crescent, airplane arms. Take a big step back. Gently land on your right toes. Awesome. Both hips are facing forward. Triceps firm towards the ceiling. Open up, warrior two to the side. Good. Open that left knee, gaze towards your left fingertips. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior. Straighten that back hand, maybe trade the half bind. Inhale, warrior two on one. Squeeze that front knee straight, dial those left toes to the side, both feet are parallel. Puff up your heart. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, hinge down. Feel free to take another variation of this pose if you want to work in another twist. Or get upside down, feel free. You have 3 to 4 breaths to explore. Good. Now begin to walk your hands towards your left foot. Dial those left toes towards the front. Left hand comes towards your left arch. And then reach your right hand high for extended side angle. So I can tell I'm crunching in here, so I'm gonna lift up and use my forearm for support. Back foot is still glued to the mat. Tuck that tail towards your right heel. Breathe. Good. Bring your right hand towards your right hip. You're gonna go into our half moon. So gaze about a foot in front of your left toes. And then press your weight into your left leg as you begin to float your right foot high. So, easiest, best part advice here is to stack your hips. Your body becomes lighter. Flex your right toes. Maybe reach your right arm high. Slight bend in that standing knee. That goes for all balances today. Good, and standing splits. Close off your hips while keeping your foot high. Bring both sets of fingertips to the mat. Maybe wrap your left forearm around your calf, pulling your chest closer to your thigh. Keep breathing. Exhale, forward fold, feet together, shake it out. Woo! Good, tense your fingertips. Bring your feet close together and roll into your ball pose. So lowering your hips towards your heels, knees towards your chin, And if you want another set of balance, maybe wrap both forearms around your shins. Again, releasing our hamstrings here, breathing through our back body, our kidneys. Still balancing on our tippy toes. Good, release your heels down. Inhale, halfway lift, 90-degree bend in your body. Exhale, bow. Inhale, mountain, root down, reach high. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Sigh out that breath. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant both palms, step back, flow, chaturanga, watch that out. Exhale, downward facing dog is where we meet. 2 full breaths. We got one more set of balances. And just have fun with it. Inhale, lift to top of your mat. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, mountain, root down, reach high. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your sternum. Close your eyes. Take your moment to adjust. Say what you need to say. You got this. Blink your eyes open. Prepare for tree. Spread your right toes wide. Draw your left foot to either your calf, your ankle, or your inner thigh. And if you've never done it before, start with your hands down. This will help your balance immensely. Kind of like if you were to walk between 2 buildings. Hands at heart center is a little bit more difficult. And most difficult is your hands up. Gaze up. Eyes closed are all options. Good, trees. Begin to dial your left knee in, coming back to that one-legged tadasana, my favorite transition. Then we're gonna work our way into dancer. So begin to kick your left heel towards your left glute. Reach around with your left hand to clasp the arch side of your foot and kiss your inner thighs together. Find your height just like you were a tree, strong and steady. And then exhale, dancer, kick your foot back. Arch your chest forward. Slight bend in that standing knee. Good. Come back through center. Returning to that one-legged tadasana, scooping that knee in. Lift out of your right glute. So you have 2 options here. If you're feeling really wobbly, maybe just go for reaching for the bottom of your foot like this, keeping everything compact. Feel free to stay here, take a break, or if you want to go on, take your peace fingers and wrap them around your left big toe and kick your foot in front of you as you stand up tall. Right hand comes to hip. And then begin to open your left foot to the side. Maybe reach your right arm out for that counterbalance, finding that center of gravity. You opened up to the side, come back to front. Come back to the first expression where your knee was to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then release your left foot, fold over your legs, shake them out. Shake out your head, your neck. Woo. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. All right, last standing series. Power up, you got this. Use everything you've learned today. Zip up those low bellies. Use your strong glutes, your strong quads. Knowing where you are on your feet to counterbalance if you need it. Your steady gaze, your focus. Tree on the left. Spread your left toes wide. Right foot comes to either your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Open that right knee wide. Power up through that left heel. Gain height. Take your arm balance, your arm variation. 3 to 4 breaths here. Good. Trees. Dial that right knee forward. Release the foot from your thigh. One-legged tadasana. Ooh, my hips are uneven. I'm going to try to even that out. This is my favorite transition. Here we go. Dancer's pose. Begin to slowly sweep your right foot back. Reach with your right hand to clasp the inside of your foot, and then kiss your knees together. Reach up first. Maybe stay here in your quad stretch. Or dancer's pose. Kick back. Arch forward. Square your shoulders to the front. Breathe. With grace, bring your shoulders to stack back over your hips, your heel, and then come back into your one-legged tadasana. Use your strong core, scoop that belly in. Bunch of options. Feel free to stay here. This is a lot of work. Maybe just go for wrapping your chest over your right thigh and reaching for the bottom of your foot. If you want a more advanced version, maybe take your peace fingers and your thumb and wrap it around your big toe and press your foot forward. Your leg does not have to be straight. I tend to have short legs. You also use a strap. Hing to hip helps for me. And then maybe open to the side. Wobbling helps gain strength. You open to the side, come back to center. Come back to the first expression. Hugging your foot in. And then bring both feet back to the earth. Stomp out those feet. Let your torso hang heavy. Shake it out. Woo! Yes, ma'am. You guys made it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full. Plant both palms. Take your last chaturanga of class. High to low. Inhale, really enjoy this belly back bend. Shake out your low back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Head below your hips. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee becomes behind your right palm print. Walk those left toes back, leg long. Square your hips forward. Make any adjustments you need to make with the block. Rod, take this on your back. And then slowly sink into this. Finding your sleeping pigeon variation. Press weight back into your hands to lift your chest up. Tuck your back toes. Give enough room for your right heel to sweep up. Shake it out. Exhale, down dog. Feet hip width distance. Chest pressing towards your thighs. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee almost kisses the left side of your mat. Lengthen your right toes back. Open your chest, pulling your shoulders away from your ears to sit up tall to start. Keep that scissoring motion in between your inner thighs, your pelvic floor. And then whenever you're ready, surrender into this. You want a big squeeze on that left outer hip glute area. That's what was holding us up for a lot of those balances. Let's stretch it out with our breath. Press weight back into your palms, lift your chest. Tuck your back toes, free up that left heel, shake it out, take a counter stretch, whatever feels right. Down dog is where we meet. And then slowly lower to your knees, sweep your legs in front of you, take a seat. If you have some extra layers, I suggest putting them on now. And then when you're ready, stomp your feet on the mat. Knees bent towards the ceiling, reach your arms forward. And slowly recline all the way onto your back. Shimmy those heels a little bit closer towards your seat, enough that you could brush the backs of them with your fingertips. Last big push of class. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, bridge pose. Good. Press those thighs to the ceiling. Squeeze your knees towards each other. And watch your belly rise and fall with breath. Slowly lower your upper back, your mid back, your low back, all the way down to the mat. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees open wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Slight untuck of your tail so your low back is flat. Maybe close your eyes. Reach for the outside of your knees, close your inner thighs together. And then let's wrap our right thigh up and over our left, almost for those eagle legs again. And then pull your knees towards your chest. Yeah, I know it feels a little funky. So your eagle legs, it's your thighs are crossed, your knees are almost in line. And you're gonna try to reach for the outside of your feet. Pull your feet towards your hips. Breathe into your hips. Keep the back of your head, your shoulders on the mat. Good. Bring your feet back to the mat. Uncross your legs. Switch it out. Left thigh up and over your right. It's cow face legs or eagle legs. And then squeeze your thighs to your belly. Reach for the outside of your feet. Kind of pull them wide towards you. Good. Bring your feet back to the mat. Uncross your legs. Give your booty a little shake. And then bring your right knee towards your right shoulder. Interlace your fingers to the outside of your right shin. Maybe keep your left foot planted or lengthen it far in front of you. Circle out that right ankle, that right hip socket. Did a lot of work today. Exhale, supine twist. Drape your right knee across your body. Tee out your arms to open through your chest. And trace your gaze to the right side. Come back to center. Squeeze your right knee in. Bring your left knee up to meet it as well. Tiny ball on your back. And then maybe plant your right foot or lengthen your right leg long, keeping that left thigh in. Circling out your left ankle, your left hip socket. Exhale, supine twist. Slight stack of your hips as your knee drapes across you. Bring your left shoulder blade down, gaze towards the left side. But this time, let your eyelids feel heavy. Close them. Come back to center. Pull both of your knees to your chest. Exhale, happy baby. Split your knees across your ribs, your belly. Reach for your ankles, your thighs, or the outer edges of your feet. Take a gentle rock. Maybe straighten one leg on the other if your hamstrings feel good. And then if you have the space, I would highly suggest legs up the wall. You can always use a block underneath your low back to mimic that. After all that even it out by floating our feet above our hips and just letting the weight, the stress, the worry, the judgment drip off of us. If you're ready to come in Shavasana, feel free to hit Shavasana now. I'm going to take a few more breaths with my feet above my head. This is supposed to help you fall asleep better at night and relax. If you went legs up the wall, you can stay there, or if you're on that block, maybe set that to the side. Make whatever adjustments you want to make. Take one last big squeeze, and then find your final Shavasana. Legs stretched out long in front of you. Slight tuck of your shoulder blades together and down your back. The backs of your hands rest on the earth as you close your eyes. Surrender. When with people would stop to hold their hand with me. Dreams and sewing machine. All the marks appear on walls where pleasure moments hung before the takeover, the sweeping insensitivity of this still If you're ready to be awoken, invite small movements to your fingers, to your toes. Circle out your ankles, your wrists. Rock your head right and left. Reach your arms up and back, taking a glorious Tuesday evening stretch. Point those toes, open your mouth to yawn. Bend your knees. Roll to either your right or left side for a fetal pose. Slowly press yourself up to a seat. Feel free to keep your eyes closed or soft. Together, we'll reach our arms out and up, gathering all that power, that energy, that focus, alignment that we created with our bodies and our breath, and pull it towards heart center to fuel us, to ground us, to stop us from slipping on ice. Bring your thumbs to your third eye as the space between your eyebrows connect mind with body. And bow forward to honor your practice.